opioids.
Good evening, guys. Tonight I want to talk to you about a very important topic, a very serious topic. First, I want to tell you a story. So if you may, please close your eyes. Tonight I'm going to tell you about the final night alive, how it unfolded for a young man. It just unfolded like any other suburban teenager's night. In the morning, he installed a new radio in his beloved Acura Integra. He played video games with his friends later on in that afternoon. He also planned a trip to a water park the next day. He was a tall, dimpled, green-eyed guy, 17 years old, popular with the girls. He was known as Scooby because of his broad smile. And he also planned to join the Marines. This teenager had a bright future. Later that night, he visited his girlfriend in West Kendall. As he was leaving her apartment, he was shot just before 4 a.m. before entering his car. He was alive when he got into the car, but did not leave his car alive. He was a victim of mistaken identity, mistaken with a marijuana trafficker. This happened on April 11, 2006. You may open your eyes. There were 6,300 drug cartel-related murders in 2008 between Mexico and the United States. This is from Mexico, the Associated Press in 2009. Today I will be talking to you about legalizing marijuana. First, I will talk to you about the community effect. Doesn't everyone use marijuana already? Legalized or prohibited? Are all the drugs the same? And the death toll the marijuana causes, and yes, that's related to marijuana. This next statistic I have is from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. It was conducted in 2001. It's the use of selected illicit drugs among persons aged 12 or older between 2008 and 2011. Between 2008 and 2011, between 8 and 9% of people aged 12 or older use illicit drugs. But between 6 and 7% use marijuana, and about half a percentage use cocaine. But the trend that you can see here is that the number of people using marijuana is going up and the number of people using cocaine is going down. So it's very unrelated. Now that we talk about the community effect and how it affects the community, talking about other illicit drugs, now we can talk about if we need to legalize it or prohibit it. There's a few misconceptions when it comes to marijuana. We'll hit on them right now. This is from the International Center for Science and Drug Policy. This information is from 2010. One of them is most people are against the legalization of marijuana, and that is not true. This survey was actually taken last week. A national survey finds that 52% that say that the use of marijuana should be made legal, while 45% say it should not. Marijuana is expensive. The average cost of a gram of marijuana is $16. In the United States, that's less than half of what it was in 1991. In 1991, that number was 40. It was $40 to buy a gram of marijuana. And also a misconception is that use of marijuana causes death. Reportedly, no one has ever died from marijuana overdose. Consequently, the illicit marijuana market contributes thousands of deaths a year. So we'll show next. Now that we talk about the facts of legalizing marijuana, we'll talk about the actual death toll. This picture is from The Guardian in 2010. That's a picture of a shootout between rivals cartels in northwestern state of Sinaloa, leaving 9 people dead. 6 of them were peasant farmers caught in the crossfire. Next picture I took from the San Francisco Chronicle a couple of years ago. And this is actually the aftermath of the scene of the U.S. consulate. As staffers, they were killed in Ciudad Juarez, Mexico, from a drug cartel. And this is the picture of the teenager I was talking about in the story. His name is Angelo Lopera, and he was killed in West Kendall, as I said again, April 11, 2006. And this is from the WSBN local broadcaster in South Florida. Go ahead. All right, now that we talked about the death toll that marijuana causes, now, who will go to the Capitol this summer, protest, and help initiate a rally against the prohibition of marijuana? All right, so two of you guys? All right. Well, for the rest of you, I would just ask you to please vote towards the legalization of marijuana the next time it is presented on the ballot. You may place a hope I gave you a very informed discussion today, and it will affect your next decision. Thank you.